Hello, Mr. Horse here. I would like to show you how to play guitar exercise 2.7 in this video. 2.7 and next one, 2.8, both are going to require us to play the third on the 13th and 15th fret, which is a D and F. Okay, so this is the 12th fret, right? 12th and 13th, which is the C, E, right? And then that's a higher, right? Same right hand. Okay, so before we get into the exercise, now this is going to require quite a bit of practice. Just back and forth, right? Between the 12th and 13th, right? So you can just back and forth, right? Okay, once that becomes more comfortable, okay, then we can get into the cycle, okay, the pattern of the exercise. Now each cycle contains 6 beats, okay, but it only involves 3 different thirds, so it's quite simple, actually quite simple. So we're gonna start from here. This is 1, right? So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then reverse 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. Okay, and then 3. Right, continue. You only really play once, in the exercise. I'm just kind of showing, you the pattern, right? So I play twice. So reverse, reverse, one more time. Okay, so that's downward. When I say downward, I'm talking about going from higher notes to the lower notes, because really, going down like the guitar fingerboard, in terms of the direction or the relative location, you might think, well, I'm talking about down this way. Yeah, this is higher, this is lower, right, coming down. But no, when I say downward, I'm saying a descent, right, from high to low with descending. Okay. Now after you do that, we are going to play the entire cycle backwards, right? That's so we're gonna start from here, right? So we have. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, right? It's the same thing, but I'm just playing in, moving in the opposite direction. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, right? I'll play twice, just so you can see. But in the actual exercise, you don't need to play twice, right? Okay, one more time. Okay, one more time. Backward. Okay. Now the last one, 1, 2, 3, we don't do the backwards, because once you reach the highest, the third, we just rest, on the 12th. Okay, here we do, okay, and then you can play it again, in the descending one more time. Now, this really gonna test your practice. Okay, so far, because we have played 6 exercise based on this module, this progression already, right? So here we just kind of putting everything together, right, in a more complex structure. So if you have been working really diligently, so and really you have really pay attention to each third, to play them really, really well, really firm, right? You can feel every note, every hammer on, every pull off, and you can hear them every clearly. And you can pretty much play any other combination of of connecting them. Okay, so then so here you're gonna really gonna show the result of your practice. Okay, how well you can play it. So now be really honest with you. This exercise is really hard. Okay, very hard, especially if you're using this steel string guitar. I mean, it's really hurt your fingers. Okay, I mean, it's still hurting my fingers, quite a bit. Often. I mean, I'm not exempt, from that cycle, or of birth and rebirth, birth and death, rebirth and death, that cycle. Yeah, because I mean, it still hurts a lot when I play, when I practice this on this guitar. So anyway, that's just the fact. Okay, so you have to keep practicing, keep playing, and someday you are going to be able to to transcend. I mean, really transcend that cycle, right? And you can play really, really comfortably, okay, in a pleasant way, okay. I mean, that's where the joy comes from. When you are not struggling, anymore. It's effortless, and no physical pain involved. Then you have reached the state of enlightenment in terms of guitar playing. I mean, in terms of this module. Okay. Anyway, so that is 2.7. I think I said enough already. So I will see you next time. That's gonna be 2.8. Bye bye.